So you want to change your life. Do you? Do you really? I'll let you in on a little secret. If you're dreaming about what you want for your life, it's just that, a dream. So wake up. Until you stop dreaming and start doing, you won't achieve what it is you actually want. You already have everything you need to change your entire life and be happy. But deep down, you already knew that. So why do you keep holding yourself back? Today, I want to be your alarm clock and wake you up from this mindless sleepwalk mentality you've been walking through life with, and give you the tools you need to feel confident in consciously making the decision that enough is enough. Hey everyone, it's Ariel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share 5 really big mindset shifts and habits that you need to actually change your life so that you can finally live the life that you want and deserve. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to do when it comes to changing your life is forget the past. I've been listening to this audiobook recently called The Courage to be Disliked, and one of the things they talk about that really resonated with me is that you can't choose yourself. Meaning you don't get to choose where you're born, who your parents are, your race, nationality, all of these things, which can all have a big influence on you and your life. But here's the thing, you can choose the way you live your life from this point forward. And this is important to know because I've heard so many people say things like, oh, I don't know how to do this or that because my parents never taught me. Or I didn't grow up in a good supportive household, so that's why I can't do X, Y, Z. And those things might be true. I hear you, and it's totally okay to acknowledge that. But we all have the ability to change our lives no matter where we're starting from or how impossible it may seem. So you can't let your past become an excuse for the way you live your life today. Because from this day forward, you are the one who's choosing that lifestyle for yourself. So if you're unhappy with how your life is going now, you need to be able to say like, okay, yes, these things happened to me in the past. And first of all, these things don't define me. And second of all, I don't want to live this way anymore. And at a certain point, it's on you to make those changes for your own sake so that you can actually live a better life. Now, the second thing is to listen and read more. The thing that really inspired me to make this video was this audiobook I've been listening to recently. And the only reason I found this book is because I went and sought out this new information. And as a result of that, I gained a new perspective and some valuable insight that I can now not only learn from myself, but also share with you. And now you are here listening to this video and hopefully learning something new as well. And then maybe you can eventually pass that on to someone else. So reading books, listening to a podcast or audiobooks, or maybe even an educational YouTube video or movie, and even just listening more closely to the people around you and really engaging in conversation. This will help you gain knowledge and widen your perspective because it essentially allows you to think about things in a way that maybe you've never thought of before. So if you really listen, I mean like really listen, and you're open to learning, you can really open your mind to a whole new world of wisdom and life lessons from people in all different walks of life, which will not only help you understand other people better, it will also help you learn more about yourself. And that can lead to self-improvement and personal growth, which you can then pass right back to other people. And we're all connected in one way or another, so it's good to learn from each other and grow together. So in my opinion, there's really nothing bad to gain from this. Listening more to perspectives outside of your own. Now, another important thing you need to do is set goals. And I mean clear goals. Sometimes it's so easy to get stuck on autopilot and fall into a routine of doing things just to do them, but not really knowing why you're actually doing it. And when you take a step back for a second, you're like, is this really what I want for my life? Am I doing this because I want to do it or because I think I should be doing it? And you should take some time to think about this because there's no benefit to going through life bored or directionless or doing things you hate just because you feel like you should be doing it, or even worse, because somebody told you that's what you should be doing. The truth is we live in a world that is full of opportunity. You just have to go out and look for it. And when I say look for it, I mean look for what you want, not what you think you should do or what someone else tells you. And then you can set your plan and goals in place and voila, suddenly you are no longer lacking direction in life and you actually have something to strive for that you genuinely care about achieving. And maybe you haven't found your thing yet, or maybe you haven't figured out exactly what your goals actually are. And that's okay, but really put some thought into this. Like, what does your ideal day look like? What would your ideal lifestyle be like? What is the reality behind your dream life? And once you have a good, clear idea of what that looks like for you, then you can set some very specific goals in place and start structuring your current life in a way that will help you actually achieve those goals. But you got to be completely clear on what it is you actually want and why. Otherwise, you're not really living your dream life. you're living someone else's. Now, speaking of living someone else's life, this is a big one. You need to let go of other people's ideal version of you. In other words, stop living the life that other people want you to live. So going back to what we talked about in the beginning, you don't get to choose yourself or your nationality or where you're born or the environment you grew up in, but you do get to decide what kind of life you live now. This is something that can't be blamed on your past or your environment, nothing. No one else gets to decide how you live your life, not your parents, not your friends, not your work colleagues, no one. And whatever you think you should be doing, let it go. The environment you grew up in and the way you had to live in the past, let it go. The person your parents want you to be and the lifestyle they so desperately want you to live, let it go. If you only ever listen to what other people want for your life, how will you ever be happy? You need to stop living for other people and live your life. The one that you choose as the best and most fulfilling lifestyle for you. That is the only way you will ever truly be happy. And this is why it's so important to have courage when you're trying to change your lifestyle, because there will always be people who don't agree with your decision. There will always be people who try to make you change your mind and fill you with doubt for their own sake, whether it's because of their own insecurities or whatever. But listening to those people does nothing for you. It only holds you back. And by the way, those people are going to think those things regardless of what you actually do. So you need to develop your own confidence, set your own goals, and be brave enough to keep moving forward and keep striving for that life you want for yourself, despite what anyone says or thinks of you. It's your life and your happiness literally depends on it. Okay, next, you need to show up for yourself and hold yourself accountable. So what does this mean? This means doing things you say you're going to do and keeping your promises not only to other people, but to yourself too. Let me give you an example of why this is important. Think about how easy it is for you to show up for someone else. When you need to be at work at 9, you show up at 9. When you told your friend you would pick her up at 10, you're there. But for some reason, when it comes to keeping those promises you made to yourself and doing the things you told yourself you were gonna do, it's not so easy. But every time you break one of those promises to yourself, you lose trust in yourself. The same as what would happen if you told your friend you would pick her up and then you didn't, or you show up late for work. That makes the people around you lose trust in you. So in order to actually follow through on these promises you make to yourself, you need to be brave and you need to have confidence that you're doing these things for a reason, because this is what you truly want for yourself. And here's the thing, building your dream life is going to be hard. You need to be willing to give a lot and really dedicate your entire being to living this new lifestyle. Even if you love this new lifestyle and you're completely obsessed with this new life, new version of yourself, there's still going to be times when it's more challenging and there will still be moments of difficulty because you're doing something hard. And that's why there's a saying that goes, if it was easy, everyone would do it. Not everyone will have what it takes and be able to hold themselves accountable when it comes to changing and living a better life. So you need to have confidence that you're moving in the right direction and you're doing this for you, for the sake of your own happiness and well-being, and to improve your life. You need to keep moving forward, keep holding yourself accountable, and don't let yourself down. Actually stick with it and follow through on the things you say you're gonna do. Also, if you make a mistake along the way, which is inevitable in a lot of cases, just find a way to learn from it and then keep moving forward. But holding yourself accountable builds trust and respect, and it's necessary to have those things between yourself and others in order to thrive in life. So this may seem like a lot to take in right now, but I know this is something that so many people struggle with, and trust me, you already have everything you need. No matter how big of a change you're trying to make, I promise you, if you follow these 5 steps, you will be well on your way to turning your dream life into your reality. I really hope you found this video helpful and enjoyed it, and if you ever start feeling like you want to change and don't know how to start, watch this video again. Hopefully it helps put it all into perspective for you. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.